Prime Minister, horrific news out of Gaza this week. We now know that it was 3 British veterans that were killed. Can I get your reaction to that, please?
Yeah, it's an awful, awful tragedy to think that these were brave Brits who were actually risking their lives to bring aid to people in need in Gaza. To have lost their lives in these circumstances is tragedy. My thoughts, obviously, with their family and their friends at this time. I spoke to Prime Minister Netanyahu last night and was very clear with him that the situation is increasingly intolerable, and what we urgently need to see is a thorough, transparent investigation into what has happened, but also a dramatic increase in the amount of aid getting into Gaza, removing the barriers, but also closer work with aid agencies to make sure things like this don't happen again.
There's increasing calls for Britain to stop selling arms to Israel until that aid starts going in. Do you back those calls?
I think we've always had a very careful export licensing regime that we adhere to. There are a set of rules, regulations and procedures that we'll always follow. And I've been consistently clear with Prime Minister Netanyahu since the start of this conflict that whilst, of course, we defend Israel's right to defend itself and its people against attacks from Hamas, they have to do that in accordance with international humanitarian law, protect civilian lives, and sadly too many civilians have already lost their lives, get more aid into Gaza. That's what we've consistently called for. And what we want to see, actually, is an immediate humanitarian pause to allow more aid in and, crucially, the hostages to also be released. And that's what we'll continue to push for.
I presume that was quite a testy phone call then, quite stark.
So, look, what's happened is a tragedy and it shouldn't have happened, and there are questions that need answering, and that's why I've been very clear that what we expect is a thorough, transparent investigation into what has happened. But also, I want to see a dramatic increase in the amount of aid flowing into Gaza and closer work with the aid agencies so these types of things just do not happen.
Great, thank you.